Hello and welcome back.
Back.
We did it. We painted the
Yay.
sets. We made it look all nice and pretty just for you and us
And us.
because it was looking yak
Yeah.
before this.
This is great.
So yeah, so cute and fun. You didn't get to choose the color. We did.
Yeah. We went through all the colors, basically. We were like, let's do...
Idea-wise.
Yeah. We were like, let's do an orange. No, maybe we can do like a green.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were like, we could do blue like we had before. But we settled on this pink color to really
Yeah. Because that red was the paint we were going to go with. And we were like, that's too much. And then, like, it's too, like, dark and, like, it's too... I don't know. It might just be odd looking. And then we got the pink. And we were like, well, we still have this little sample of the red. So we did that little design.
I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah. So tell us what you think, unless you don't like it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't tell us.
So if you can't tell by our outfits, we're doing our next episode in the series of Stranger Things. We're going to be talking about season 3 today. But before we get too crazy in there, let's do our dumb ideas.
Okay. So my dumb idea is I was at work, okay? And I got off like really late at nighttime. So it was like dark outside, but there's like street lights and stuff. So I'm walking out and then like I feel like there's someone like right behind me. And like I see a shadow of a person behind me. And it's not my shadow because my shadow is in front of me. And so I was like getting scared. But it was my shadow. I had 2 shadows somehow. And so I was like getting scared because I was like, there's a person like right behind me to be making a shadow that close. But it
was you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
I only noticed whenever I like turned because I wasn't about to like turn around and like just confront this follower right now. But I like turned and looked at the shadow and realized that it turned too. And I was like, oh, right. It's me.
Wow. My dumb idea wasn't my dumb idea, but I was present during it and then like involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but last Friday, I was getting my hair like permed, and so like my sister does my hair, so she is the dumb one in this. So she got the like perm solution and like neutralizer from a place she hasn't gotten it before. So it was in like different bottles and stuff, and so we put the rods all up in there, and then it was time to put the perm solution in. But she actually used the neutralizer instead of the perm solution. And so we sat there for 5 minutes, maybe like longer. Because like she was like looking and checking at it, and she was like, I can't tell if this is like curling or not. And like it's like... And, like, it wasn't smelling, but we just thought that was, like, fancy stuff.
Like,
fancy
like,
new
wow,
brand.
we
got new fancy stuff. And she was like, well, let's just go to the sink. And then we went over there. And she was, like, still looking at it. And she was like, I literally can't tell if this, like, if it took the curl or not. Because, like, one, your hair is already curly. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I can't tell. That's it. There's no 2.
Yeah. That's it. There's no 2.
So I was sitting there, like just sitting on the sink while she was just standing there looking at me for like 5 minutes. And then she was, I guess, looking at the But I don't know how she found out. But then she was like, "Oh my gosh," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "I put the neutralizer in your hair, not the perm solution." And then she was like, "That's why it wasn't smelling either." And she like opened the perm solution bottle and she smelled it. She's like, "Oh, yeah, that's what it is." And then
Wow.
so we had to do the whole process again, other than like the rotting.
Oh, so she only took like 2 out.
Yeah, she didn't take all of it out because she was unsure about
Yeah.
it taking the curl.
That's crazy. Perms take so long.
Yeah.
And so like having to redo part of it is just sounds like
Crazy.
a nightmare.
Yeah.
Whenever I would get my hair permed, it would take like 4 hours. That's just insane. That's like a normal amount for a perm, but that's
Yeah.
having to redo part of it just sounds
Yeah. It
horrible.
was. And then whenever she like put the perm solution in, it started stinking. And it was just like, I was like, oh my gosh.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't actually hate the smell of perms.
I don't hate it. It's just like,
It's not the best scent, but like I used to like whenever I had my hair permed, I liked whenever I would get in the shower and I would smell it again, like days or like weeks later, because I'd be like, oh yeah, it's still there, like it's still permed and stuff. It would like reassure me that my hair is still permed, even though I can see it. But
right.
whatever.
You could still smell it weeks later.
Yeah, like I would like wash my hair like all the time, and still like, but like it wouldn't be constant. It would be like randomly I could still smell it again.
That's weird.
It is weird.
I can only smell it again after I first shower.
Well, I would shower all the time, like, because whenever I had curly hair, I would wash it pretty much every day, and it would. I wouldn't smell it every single day, but like sometimes it would just come back. Maybe it was like in a rag or something I had in there or something.
Oh.
I don't know, actually.
Interesting. But yeah, now I really want to get my hair cut, like so bad, like it's unbelievable. Like, I don't even understand how awful it is.
I do. Trust me, I do. There's
Terrible.
no fixing it until it's fixed. Like, you can't like do anything about it till you get what you've been envisioning that you have this whole time.
Yeah. But anyways, moving back into Stranger Things season 3. Season 3 is my favorite season.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
I love season 3. And I feel like a lot of people like actually don't,
That's weird. Why not? It's the best one.
unless I'm just like
Unless you made that up.
yeah. But like there was at least somewhere that I saw that season 3 was like at their bottom of their
Wow.
like favorite part, like Stranger Things seasons.
It is actually horrible.
Yeah, because it's the best one of all of them.
First off, it's amazing because Robin is in it.
Right.
Like, we meet her and she's actually so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's so awesome.
Yeah, Stranger Things does like a really good job at making like the girl characters like actual like badass bitches.
Yeah, and most of the boy characters, horrible.
Yeah, they will love that.
Some of them are good. Like, Steve is good.
Steve and Dustin.
Yeah, and Dustin. Oh, I love Dustin.
Will's good.
Mm-hmm. But, like, Mike
is horrible.
Lucas in some of, like, the beginning.
Yeah, and then he gets better and
Yeah.
better and better.
Yeah. Hopper, I do not like him.
Yeah, in season 3, he's really crazy.
And it's not his reasons, it's how he goes about things.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like he's like thinking good, but like he does not execute it well at all. And he has major anger issues, and it just sucks.
But that's why he needs Joyce.
Yeah.
And Elle.
Yes, both of them.
Because they both bring him down.
Yeah.
They both match him so well that they bring him down. Because he thinks he's up here when he's really here with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, like, in season 2, that really showcased whenever he thought, like, he was, like, you know, in charge. Like, obviously because he was the parent.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, 11 is this, like, preteen girl with superpowers.
Yeah.
Not getting her way. And
Yeah.
so they just freaking, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I think they both brought each other down. Because, like, she's like, I have superpowers, I can freaking kill you.
I can
And
freaking kill you.
he's like, I'm the freaking boss
Yeah.
here, and I'm amazing and better than everyone else, and I'm always right.
Right.
So then when that's like my, sorry to go back to season 2, but like that was my favorite season in season 2, is whenever they have like their fight.
That was your favorite season in season 2?
That was my favorite scene in season 2.
Mm.
Why do TV shows, like, everything starts with an S? Season, scene, show. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Series.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was my favorite scene in season 2 because, like, it was just so, I don't know, I really like watching that scene.
On season 2, I love season 2 because I like 11's aesthetic the most in season 2. Like,
I like season 3 11 the most.
yeah, season 3 11 is awesome, but like just something about it, obviously, like, it's mostly like her hair and her outfits, actually, so all of it. But I do like season 3 also because it's like her style and it's fun.
Yeah, she's freaking finding her style, and it's so 80s.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at you.
Yeah,
Like,
freaking wearing one of the fades.
One of the fates.
And that's when her and Max like start being like best friends,
Yes.
and that's so fun and cute.
They are so cute. I really like their relationship
Yeah.
because 11 finally gets to hang out with someone who's not a gross teenage boy or an adult.
Right.
So
She used to hang out with like a teenage girl.
yeah, who's like experiencing what she's experiencing. And
As close to it as possible.
right, because she doesn't have superpowers, but like the whole thing with Mike being a doo-doo head, like major doo-doo head.
Major doo-doo.
'Cause why?
Yeah, I actually hate, from when I first saw it till every time I've ever rewatched it,
Mm-hmm.
I hate how really all of the kids treat Hopper. Like in like kind of like the beginning part of it.
Yeah.
Whenever like he's just trying to put some rules down, he's not going about it, like you said, in the right way.
Yeah.
But like he's laying very reasonable rules down,
Yeah.
and they're just like being like so unbelievably disrespectful to someone who's not even their parent.
Yeah. I would never even do that to... Actually, I might do that to my parents.
When I was that
but
age, I
yeah.
definitely would have done that
Yeah.
to my parents. But to do it to the person I'm dating's parents, my best friend's parents, you would have not seen me again.
Because that's just actually insane behavior.
Yeah, that's diabolical. Like to sit there when he's trying to discuss calmly with you, and then being like whispering like, and then like laughing. And
I
it's
think
like,
we're in trouble.
I would have done the exact same thing Hopper did, actually. I literally would have been like, you know what? It's not everything's okay. Your grandma's freaking dead. I killed her. And I'm about to kill you too.
Yeah, honestly, Mike pretty sucks. And then to blame... So, like, yeah, Hopper did tell him to stay away from her.
Mm-hmm.
But if that was me, if I was in that situation, I would then tell her, your dad told me to stay away from you.
Yeah.
Not, my grandma's sick and dying and I can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a not psychic, but like a superpower girlfriend who can know when you're, like, who can spy on you.
So true.
Like, why would you lie?
You can't lie to her.
Why would you lie like that? A preteen, or at this point, actual teenager, because they're 13.
Yeah, they're 13 now.
So, like, a young teen girlfriend with superpowers.
Yeah.
I would never, ever lie to her. I mean, I wouldn't want to anyway, but, like
she can easily find out what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can't really
and
hide much from
all
her.
their friends, like, they're all friends with each other, so obviously she's gonna find out anyway, even if she didn't have superpowers. Because Max would have told her, yeah, Lucas and him are hanging out.
Yeah.
Like,
but also, I think that in season 3, Max and 11 weren't necessarily, like, friends until that scene where she comes up to her with a skateboard.
that's fair.
Because I think that's why that scene's, like, so, like, because Max is even confused.
That's true.
Like, they hang out in the same friend group and they went through all this stuff together, but from the last time we saw them, 11 doesn't like her.
That's true. Because, okay, yeah, that's true. But also, Mike, he just, like, severely underestimates her and thinks, like, 11, and thinks that she's, like, his.
Yeah.
And
he uses I love her, and, like, she's, like, he's, like, trying to, like, be, like, all protective over her, but like all of them have been saying, she doesn't need your protection. She's, and, like, yes, superpowers, like, isn't just gonna give you magical, like,
well, it would.
okay, yeah, literally so true. But, like, she's not just, she also needs, like, emotional, like, stuff, not just, like,
yeah, she's not a machine.
Yeah. But he is trying to completely control her. Him and Hopper are both, like, Hopper a little less, honestly, because, like, he lets her go out. Like, she just has a curfew and stuff for, like, good reasons, because, like, she is hunted.
I think Hopper's protectiveness makes way more sense than
and it's more
Mike's.
reasonable because he's her father.
Right. And also, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he loves her in that sense. But Mike, I don't believe Mike loves her.
Oh,
like,
me
at all.
neither.
Like,
no. He loves the idea of her because she's a superhero.
Yeah, and they've, like, bonded together. He found her in the woods. Like,
yeah,
they have, like, serious, like, moments that they've had together. But he does not love her like that.
They've trauma bonded, but they don't. I don't think they're in love.
I think she loves him, but I don't think he loves her.
Okay, yeah.
And I think because she doesn't need him.
Real.
But he needs her. And so he's, like, still, like, attached. Because if she didn't love him, she would just be like, okay, bye. Like.
True.
Because she did.
Right.
She was like, I dump your ass, and then left. But he's still, like, chasing her. But.
Yeah, I don't think she loves him until, like, kind of the end of season 3.
Okay.
I think because she's kind of, like, playing with him in season 3, I think.
Okay.
Because he's chasing her so bad. But I think when she says I love you at the end,
right.
I think that's genuinely when she's like, I do love him.
Yeah.
I think that moment is whenever she realizes that or something.
Yeah.
But at like the beginning, I think that they both just like each other, and they're kind of like each other's only options kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I still even think that when they are in love, but like love is crazy and like you
Yeah.
can't explain that.
Yeah, I'm still not rooting for them.
Yeah, I do not like Mike and Eleven together.
Because they're... Okay, well, we can't talk about season
Yeah.
4. Yeah. That's... And he's... You can just see it with every single thing that he says.
Mm-hmm. He's treating her like not
like
what
she didn't
she
just save
wants.
the world 3 times.
Yeah. She is actually the coolest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that I don't think I've ever met anyone else that I've like talked to about certain things with that their favorite character is also 11.
Weird.
Which is actually so crazy to me. I can understand people not liking her because she is so what's the word?
I don't know.
Don't know things.
Naive?
There's another word too.
I don't know.
It's like you aren't knowledgeable about like things, like you are
Ignorant?
ignorant. Like she's ignorant and naive. I was gonna use both of those words.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that makes a lot of people not like her.
I don't know that it's necessarily not liking her, but like just liking somebody else more.
Mm-hmm. But she's a superhero.
Yeah.
And she's literally saves the world every single time. And like I don't know. I just can't not love her.
Yeah. No, she is awesome. And she goes through so much.
Yeah.
And she
kind of has a good reason to be naive and ignorant.
Yeah, like she's not...
She didn't choose to be naive and ignorant.
Yeah. Yeah. And she is actively learning every day.
Yeah.
She's like trying.
And she's also a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So that's double.
Yeah. Wow. Also, I had just... So, in, like, how they're, like, leaving out... Well, they're not, like, leaving out Will.
Yes, they are. Well...
They're not leaving him out.
They're very
just...
much, like, ignoring him.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole season.
Ignoring him. That's what I was trying to say. Because while I was watching it... So, this is kind of off topic, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
I was So... Season 3 of Ginny and Georgia came out recently, and I watched it. And there's like a friend group of 4, and one of them is like getting super left out this season.
Yeah,
and it was like really sad. And so it's kind of like reminding me of that. Like they're both kind of like that.
Yeah,
but it just makes me so sad when there's a friend group and one person is so clearly being ignored.
Yeah.
Over everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would you do that?
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah.
It's horrible to be and feel left out and like ignored and
especially from your best friends.
Mm-hmm. Like that's just horrible.
Like if you and Carly started like hanging out every single day and ignoring my like calls and stuff, or like we would all hang out together but you wouldn't talk to me, I would be like the most confused person in the world.
Yeah.
And so upset.
Mm-hmm. It's just kind of crazy to go from obsessed with Will to completely flipping and like being like, we don't even hear you anymore.
You mean like because they were like looking for him?
Because they were looking for him in season 1. He was the main subject.
Yeah.
Season 2, at least Mike was obsessed with making sure Will was okay. Him and Joyce.
Yes.
And then season 3, I feel like even Joyce is like, Will doesn't, is like one of the last concerns right now.
She's thinking about.
Yeah, she's like
Russian.
completely like she's already on her own mission like since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, his only concern is 11 in this whole entire season.
That is annoying.
11 not wanting him is his whole. And then him fighting with Max. Every time they fight, I'm like, literally, Max is right every single time. Because, like, every word she says is correct.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I can understand where Mike is coming from, but he's going about it very wrong. Like, I can understand, like, you love her and you want her to be safe, but also, she's kind of the only one who can stop this thing. You can't do anything to stop it.
Yeah, no way.
Only she can because she has superpowers.
Yeah.
So if you want to save the world, you have to let her go.
Wow. It's powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I think is crazy? They made a super popular show about super nerdy things.
Yeah.
Like superpowers and D&D.
Yeah.
Like those are the nerdiest things ever. But they made it into a really awesome.
Yeah, they showed the world what nerds are capable of.
Yeah. And I already like nerdy things, even if they're not awesome.
Yeah, I'm already...
Well, they are awesome, but I mean, like, they portray it in a super not cringy way, and a super, like, in a way that non-nerds would also enjoy.
Yeah.
Which is... That's just so cool to me.
Yeah. Stranger Things is so well done.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
It's like the second that it starts, you're just, like...
Yeah.
Totally, like, into it.
I could, and I have just watched it again and again and again and again. But another thing is, like, they even talk about it in the show sometimes in certain ways that, like, the nerdiness of it is so uncool in the 80s specifically.
Yeah. That's true.
Because, like, it's, like, they are all... like losers because they're nerds.
Yeah. That's true. I completely forgot about that.
I love a good underdog story.
Oh, yeah. Those are awesome.
Underdogs are always the ones who frickin' save the world.
Yeah, because they're not, like, focused on trying to be cool. They're just doing it.
They just already are.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying.
True.
I also think it's so interesting, like, the bad guy of this season is, like, a icky monster. Like, that was such a very, like, unique? Like... maybe unique idea.
Okay.
Because it's like, who would have ever thought of that? Like, to make a flesh monster?
Yeah, like, that's true. An icky...
a flesh monster made out of 100 people.
Yeah,
and
that
then,
was
like,
pretty
what...
gross.
I think... I'm, like, what was... okay, wait, I think I do know. But I don't know if that bleeds into season 4.
Well, what was it?
Like, what the want from the bad guy was in this season.
I think it was just to get 11.
I know what, because it says that. But I'm saying, like, then what? Like, what's, like, the...
oh, yeah.
What's the flesh monster's purpose
Yeah.
in that?
So I think, yeah, it was, like, just another attempt of like defeating 11 completely so that the season 4
Well, I think
objective could happen.
right. Well, I think it's not another. It's the first.
Oh, yeah, specifically, yeah.
Because season 1 was just the Demogorgon. Like, it was 11 opening the gate
Right.
first off, and then, like, things bleeding into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then season 2 was then trying to further overtake Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
And then season 3 was to get 11.
Right.
Like,
so that...
And then to overtake the world, I guess.
Yeah. Because she's the only one that can stop them.
Yeah, because 11 has done everything. Like, she's the reason for all of it, and she can stop it, too.
Yeah, like, literally the only one in the world. Like, you can't use weapons against that thing.
Yeah. The only thing that can stop it is 11. And that's just so cool. I love that. I love that we need her, because I love her.
And she's just going to have, like, forever trauma.
Yeah. I love whenever my favorite character is the main character.
Yeah, because you get to see them a lot, and they get, like, a lot of story.
Yeah. It's so good.
I don't usually like the main character.
Me neither.
But, I mean, there's exceptions, of course.
And it could be, like, debated on who is, like, the main character in Stranger Things, but, like, I feel like most people know it's 11.
11's face is the biggest on all the posters.
I know. But, like, I feel like people could debate because they're like, yeah, well, this person gets a little more screen time, and this person has more, like, storyline plot with this, and, like, all that. Like, there could be debates, but I genuinely don't know if I'm being biased or not.
Right,
but, like,
right.
11's the main character, because, like,
I would
none
say
of the plot would happen if it wasn't for her.
That's true. I would say she's the main character because we get the most backstory on her.
True.
And, yeah, like you said, they couldn't do anything without her. Mm-hmm. Which, that doesn't have to be the main character, but, like, why not?
Right.
Also, we're following her. Like, I would say it's like following her life because, like, this, if she moved away, the story would go with her.
True. Yeah, I mean, like, it all started when she opened the gate. Like, the literal first scene is in the lab.
Yeah.
Them running away from the gate being opened.
Yeah. Right.
And then it'll probably... Okay, no.
Not yet.
Ah! I hate this.
I know. You made that rule.
Yeah.
It's a good rule, though.
It is. But anyways, 11's the main character. Point blank, period.
Point blank, period.
I also love I feel like the aesthetic of season 3 is the best out of all of the seasons so far. Because it is the most, like, heart of the 80s aesthetic. Because it has the mall. It has, like, all the, like, vibrant prints. There's, like, the freaking 4th of July, like, fairs. And, like, just everything about this season is so 80s. Like, I feel like anyone could feel that in this.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's like the most nostalgic 80s.
I love it.
Aesthetic.
Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
And I love the, like, firework, like, 4th of July bit of it.
Ugh,
like.
It's so good. I love whenever they incorporate, like, kind of like holidays into TV shows.
Uh-huh.
Those, like, episodes are always so, like, fun. It's
Yeah.
like little specials, but like I like when they incorporate it into the plot.
Yeah, I think that's just honestly the coolest thing. Like they're like use the fireworks to like distract technically because they couldn't.
Yeah. To hurt.
Yeah. The giant flesh monster.
Mm-hmm.
And that's honestly just the vibiest vibe you could ever vibe on a vibe.
Right. Also, I actually just had like a thought.
Okay.
Whenever 11 talks to Billy during that
Mm-hmm.
and like kind of like gets him out of that trance, like possession,
Yeah.
do you think that she was the only one who could do that? Or could Max have talked to him and got him out of it? Or was it because she has superpowers and it's 11 that
So-
she got him out of it?
Maybe. So I don't think that, as of right now, I don't think it was her powers that got him out, but I think it's the fact that she knows where he is because she's like kind of been there, like in the nothingness space, like in that realm,
Mhm.
that she knows how to get him out,
Okay.
or like they can like kind of
That makes
connect,
sense.
and
So
like
you think
that.
you think that Billy's like mind is trapped in when she's in the void kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like just like the black abyss.
Yeah.
And so like, okay.
That's what I
Interesting.
imagine. Cause, well, wait, wasn't Will when Will had the mind flare in him?
Mm-hmm.
Did we see where he was?
We never saw where he was. Okay. But that's another thing is that everyone, like except for 11,
Mhm.
obviously, was doing what she was doing to Will. But he never broke out of it.
Yeah.
But like he was almost there, but he never snapped out of it and
Yeah.
like moved like his own like body and was like, I'm
Right.
done.
So if they couldn't get him, then why would 11 be able to get Billy?
Right.
Just
Someone
like
she
emotional.
doesn't even know.
Right, exactly. So that's why I think it was like a not using her powers, but because she has them and she's connected to that.
Mm-hmm. She could
Energy.
find the deep cut that got him out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah,
Because
So you
otherwise,
think
why
it's
would it have been him?
possible for someone else to get them out with that theory?
Probably. Maybe.
Because like if you like, do you think it's the deep cut she found, or just like what specifically did she do to get him out of it?
I don't like remember that scene like 100%. So it's
She
like,
was like, all she was doing was just describing his memory with his mom.
oh yeah. So,
So it wasn't-
I think everybody could have. I think anybody could have.
So your theory is that you just have to find the right memory.
Probably. Because that was like a really good memory
Mm-hmm.
for him. And so she knew that memory because she saw it.
So then, what memory do you think they needed to get Will out?
Probably just like any time they were playing D&D together because he loves his friends so much.
Yeah, did they ever use a D&D memory?
I don't remember. They probably suck. So,
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good theory that I never even like thought of.
yeah.
Cause like, I kind of like obviously knew, but like just comprehended that like, oh, 11 broke his possession by just speaking to him,
Right.
and like, so I was like, wait, can she only like find a way to do that, or like can anyone do that and just no one has?
Yeah.
Because there was like a whole army
maybe-
trying to get Will, but 11 got Billy.
Maybe that's where his mind was. Because how did she see that memory in the first place?
She went into the void to like where he was,
Mhm.
and then touched his arm, and then went to his mind.
So yeah, maybe that's just like where Billy's consciousness was the whole
Okay.
time.
I see.
And so maybe because she's like, I know where you are right now, and she's like describing it, then he's like, maybe.
Right.
Because otherwise, why would he be thinking about that memory specifically when he's like possessed?
I don't know.
Unless it was just like random and she just like randomly went into one of his memories.
Yeah, I have no idea. Because there were a lot of memories. Like, she was just in his mind.
Right.
I don't know. It could be so complicated or it could be so simple.
Yeah. It's like one of those things that it's one of those shows that a lot of things are just not easily like explainable like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of have to take it how it is, how they give you.
Unless it's more fun to theorize.
Yeah, you can theorize, but you're probably not going to be right. Or like maybe there is no reason. Like maybe there is no right answer, but everybody's right. It's just like up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Which is fun. But then you can go pretty crazy with it.
Yeah.
When I start theorizing, then just everything gets messy.
Theorizing is so fun.
Yeah, because you just talk about it forever.
Yeah. Because, like, I think that my theory is that only 11 could do it. Only based off that everyone tried with Will. His mother and his best friend couldn't get him out.
True.
And then 11, like, it could... I don't think she was necessarily using her powers, at least knowingly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
True.
she has, like, maybe, like, there's just something about it that, like, was coming out. I don't know.
Maybe she could extra hear him because she's connected to that.
Like, yeah.
Because
Could be
is
anything,
she herself connected to the Upside Down?
I honestly don't know her connection with the Upside Down.
Because didn't she... No. Sorry.
No, we can't.
No. Sorry.
We can't get into
Yeah, no. Okay.
it. Literally about to burst at the seams.
That's crazy.
But anyways, let's go to the Scoops Troop.
I love them.
Yeah. What a great group.
Yeah.
First off,
Like
Steve,
all,
Robin, Dustin, and
Erica?
Erica.
Yeah.
Literally amazing little group right there.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say, okay, their plot was important, but at the same time, it wasn't. But like,
That's true.
like they
It was
could,
important for the fact that so that they could navigate
later on.
later safer.
Yeah, safer and like quicker.
Yeah.
But like,
They
it
still
wasn't
would have been able to do it.
absolutely needed, but it was needed at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was very
They actually
good.
probably all would have died if they didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's possible if they would have written it
It's not
differently,
like
they could have
an impossible thing that if they didn't go down there,
Mm-hmm.
that
because clearly they went down there and survived
exactly
without any direction. They're
was-
just a bunch of kids that's crazy.
Yeah. Ugh. And friggin', oh my gosh, Robin, like, she friggin' just cracked a Russian code.
Yeah. She's awesome. She's so cool.
Yeah.
And, like...
Okay, but how do you... When you were first watching it, did you think that Steve and Robin were gonna end up together?
No, I did not.
You always knew
Yeah.
that she was a lesbian.
Well, maybe hoped. But I didn't think that they were going to be together. Like, it just didn't give that to me.
Okay.
Mostly
Interesting.
because, like, whenever we were rewatching it, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I realized that they were... I don't know if I didn't notice it before or I just didn't care.
But there was, like, a lot of...
But, like, when they were, like, holding hands and stuff, like, I don't know. I just kind of was, like... It just kind of gave, like... They were hinting at something that wasn't going to happen, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like
so exactly. So you saw right through the writer's lies.
I guess so.
So you just have, like, the most amazing gaydar?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just... Yeah.
Okay. Every time I try to think back to when I first watched any Stranger Things, anything, it's almost impossible.
It's hard.
Because I've watched it so many times, so all of the times I've watched it is mixed together now.
Mm-hmm.
So to think of the first reaction when I've had so many is borderline impossible. So I'm, like, really trying to remember if I thought that they were going to end up together, if I knew that she was gay.
So, yeah, I think I didn't know. I think it just didn't look like they were actually gonna like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only hinting that they actually did was Dustin teasing Steve about it. Mm-hmm. And yes, he was saying, like, she's not even close to my type. She's not even I've never even looked at her before. Like, yeah, that kind of gives, like, you like somebody, but not... It just didn't give, like, he actually did. Mm-hmm. Which I know that he does.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, with the way that, like, the storytelling. And then she was giving nothing.
Right.
Of course, for obvious reasons, but, like... So, yeah, when they were, like, holding hands, I was just, like... They're scared, so they're gonna hold each other's hands. Like, because if I was standing next to my mortal enemy, probably not, but it's possible we could be holding hands. Mm-hmm. If this guy with a gun heard us talking and spying on him, yeah. I'd be so scared.
I'd be holding him. Like a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but for it being a TV show and, like, the way they directed that whole hands holding.
Yeah, the way that the filming was. But I was just like, I don't know.
They really wanted us to believe that they were going to be...
So did you?
I just told you.
Oh, yeah. You don't know.
Remember if I believed it or not.
A lot of people did, because a lot of people want them together.
Yeah. Yeah. So many people believed it. I really could not tell you. Like, I really think that I knew, but, like...
I think I remember when we were watching it, because the first time I was watching it with you, mm-hmm. I think she, like, came out to Steve and you looked at me like... Did you know? Because, like, you, like, wanted to see my reaction.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't have one. Because I was just, like...
Because you always knew.
Because I, like... Yeah, because I was just, like, I kind of guessed. And you were like... I don't want to sound like, oh, I knew it. But, like, we're talking about it, so we're going to be talking about it. But you were just like, oh, you knew that? And then you just turned around and kept watching the show.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah, and then, like, 2 seconds later, we bought our Stephen Robin costumes.
Literally? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. We were sitting right there.
I know. But, yeah. Couldn't tell you if I knew or not, but I'm glad.
Me too.
I will say I'm sad for Steve. Mm-hmm. Because I think that Robin, if not gay, I think they would have worked and, like, been cute, obviously, because they're best friends now.
Right.
But, like, I feel bad for him that there's no one for him.
Right. But that's not true. I mean, he's a great guy, and he's only, like, 20.
Yeah.
Or 18. Like, he's not that old.
Yeah, he's probably like 18, 19 in season 3.
Yeah. Like, he's super nice.
I just feel bad because 2 times when he fell in love with a girl, they both turned him down.
Mm-hmm.
He fell in love with 2 separate girls within, like, 2 years.
Do you think he fell in love with Robin?
Okay,
Or just kinda
actually,
liked
no, I
her?
don't think he fell in love with her.
Yeah, I think he just fell in love with Nancy. Because he even told Robin that he was in love with Nancy.
Mm-hmm. In the same
In the-
conversation that he
Said that
said
he liked her.
He liked her.
So, like, I don't think he's
Yeah, okay.
in love
He
with
fell in love with Nancy and then got turned down and then opened up to liking Robin and got turned down.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I feel for him, but, like, I'm glad there's that dynamic in
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's that representation.
Me too. Yeah, it's great.
And the way that bathroom scene went was actually so good. Like, it was so well written, I think.
Agree. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... It's reveals so much about their relationship to each other, even. Mm-hmm. And they're not even that great of friends. They're just coworkers, basically.
Yeah.
But, like, it is like a... I don't know. It's just really magical. And I relate to it and stuff, so it's
really well done.
It's really well.
I said done.
I know you did.
I probably say this every single Stranger Things episode, but I love how ensemble this cast is.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, how just, like, there's so many different plots and so many different characters, and all of them have deep character development.
Yes.
Like,
that's your favorite thing.
That is, like, no wonder I like this show so much. I love character development and just, like, plot development, too, obviously.
You love
but, like,
character development, superpowers, and the 80s.
I do...
Mostly because of the show.
I think Stranger Things gave me that 80s, like, though.
But
I don't think I really thought... I liked the 80s before, but, like, not... I wouldn't have liked it as much if it weren't for the show.
I like the 80s in a different way than now, after watching it.
Oh.
Because, like, before, I liked it, like, a different part of the 80s.
Mm.
Like, I liked the big hair and, like, the perms and stuff. Like, that was so fun to me when I was, like, younger.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone, like, I would, like, wear tutus out, and for some reason, and, like, those, like, mesh, like, gloves and stuff. And people would be like, wow, that's so 80s. And I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I like the 80s.
Mm.
And then, so, I did.
Yeah.
But then, now it's more than just tutus and mesh gloves.
Uh-huh.
And it's so much more than that. Obviously, it always has been. But, like,
Yeah.
to me. And I like it so much differently and so much more now.
Yeah, I love the 80s and character development, plot development. So this show is just really just made for me.
Yeah. It's really getting ya.
Yeah. Like, there are some times where I'm like, do I like it more than Avatar?
You might.
Maybe.
And that's okay.
That is okay. Because, like, it's a TV show.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you don't like Avatar.
Yeah.
Because it's still amazing and you still love it so much.
Mm-hmm. And there can be different periods of times where, like, oh, I like Avatar more right now.
Yeah, like, in this moment, I would say you like...
Like, for a few, like, months, I've probably liked Stranger Things more than Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
It's whenever, it's whatever I'm... I don't know. Just the aesthetic and vibe that's bringing in the moment.
Yeah. That's great. There's always going to be different parts of
There's going to be a
life.
point this year probably that I'll like Avatar more.
Yeah, especially like in the fall, I think. Fall and winter.
Probably not. Actually, I just realized there's probably not going to be a time that I'm going to like Avatar more. Because Stranger Things 5 is coming out this fall. So there's
Not this year.
There's not going to be a time
Yeah.
for Avatar this year, unfortunately.
But next year.
Next
And
year.
that's okay.
And that's okay. Avatar can wait.
Yeah. It's going to still be there.
When the freaking movies start coming out,
Wait, isn't that supposed to be next
it's going to be next year. They keep pushing it
They
back.
keep it. But that just means it's going to be that much better.
Yeah,
because
so
that means they're taking their
next
time.
year's for Avatar, this year's for Stranger Things.
Yeah, because give Stranger Things its moment. Because this is
yeah.
its last.
Don't make me cry.
No, it's good.
There's
Because
gonna be
if they
more
kept going.
Stranger Things like stories to be told, just not this plot line. But pretty sure there was like a book that's coming out this month.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know what it's called.
Do you know what it's about or like who it's following?
I don't know if it's any of these characters.
What? Okay.
But
I love when, what's it called? Franchises have multiple like mediums.
me too.
Like books, movies, TV shows, all.
Like, give me it all. I'll eat it up.
Yeah. Like video games. Like that's just so awesome. And it's even more good when each thing has its own lore. Like it's like own new story.
I like that more than like there's only one plot and it's trying to be different things.
Yeah. Like a book comes out of the same story.
Yeah. Like I haven't seen like there's like comic books or something of Stranger Things, but it's like these characters.
But it's like the same
I don't know.
story.
Like I don't know. I'll have to like actually like figure that out.
Because I would like that if it was like extra little scenes that was like in between what we saw in the show.
I only like canon things.
Well, is that not canon?
I don't know.
Okay, I see. Well, I would agree. I wouldn't want to indulge in like a fanfic without knowing 100% that it's a fanfic.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would like really shape how I see it. And so I wouldn't want like false things in there.
Yeah. And like this franchise even has a Broadway play.
Stranger
You've known
Things?
that.
I knew that. We should see it.
Yeah.
Is it like just a reenactment of the...
No.
It's extra?
Yeah.
Wow. And it's canon?
Yes.
Wow. We should definitely see that.
It's a canon, different story about the Stranger Things universe.
Wow. That's That's actually so cool because that's like another thing that I didn't even think about.
It's called The First Shadow.
Okay.
And it's not completely has nothing to do with this because it has characters from this in it. Because it's about Henry Creel and his time in the lab.
Okay.
It takes place in the 50s.
That
or
is
the 60s.
so fun.
I don't remember which one. But it has like a young Hopper and Joyce in it.
Uh-huh.
Like
Cute.
when they're in high school or something.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Is it on like YouTube?
No, it's being performed on Broadway right now.
Right this minute?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Uneducated.
Yeah, I am.
That's been like a thing for like a couple years.
Are you sure I knew that?
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
why wasn't it... So if it had been a thing for a couple years, that's why I assumed that it was like done now.
Broadway plays go for years. Broadway shows, just in general, run for years.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
There's
it
a show.
truly does.
There's
I
a
just didn't think
musical
about that.
that, since it started, hasn't been off Broadway. And it's like an old show. Like, I could easily look it up, but I can't remember. Like, it's a very popular, like, show, but I can't remember which one.
That's crazy.
Something like Cats, but I'm fairly certain it's not Cats.
Yeah, why would it be Cats?
Like, What's a super famous Broadway show that's like classic?
I don't know.
I don't know, but shows can go for years and years, like decades.
That's
on
crazy.
Broadway.
That makes sense because like you want to give people time to come see them, and everybody wants to see it. So why not if you can?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Dustin and Susie
Oh, okay.
because I love Susie
Me too.
and Dustin. I love Dustin. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's a really good friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't really leave anybody out. Everybody was leaving him out, kind of. Not really, but
They were all
weren't.
also ignoring him, and so he was like, well, I have to find someone else.
Yeah. And I like his relationship with Steve. I think that's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, their friendship, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I like their, like, banter that they do. Like, they
Mhm.
just, like, bully each other, but it's in love.
Yeah.
And I liked whenever he was like, if you die, I die. And then Steve just goes, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Because, like, so many of these characters are so unbelievably dramatic for no reason.
and I like when they, like, pause and, like, realize that.
Yeah.
Like, the music even stopped. Like, when
Mhm.
he said that. Like, it was, like, the serious moment.
If
was
you
like,
die, I die. Okay.
And he just kept staring at him like he was still in this serious moment. He's such a nerd.
Yes.
He's probably got that because he plays D&D a lot. So, like, they have to, like they get into the characters and be, like,
Mhm.
super dramatic like that.
Yeah.
So he was just, like, he was still in it, and Steve was not with it. Although they were in a serious moment,
Uh-huh.
but not quite that intense just yet.
Yeah. So funny.
But I like that everyone... Did you think Susie was fake?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. There was a small moment where I thought that she might be not made up, but like ghosting him or whatever, like she doesn't actually like him.
I see.
Only because they were really pushing the idea that she's not real.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well maybe she's not, maybe we're never going to see her. And then we saw her. And that was like that reveal. It was like amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
That, I could cry every time that scene happens. Okay, there's 2 scenes in season 3 that are, like, I could literally just watch that over and over again.
wow.
And it's their whole Neverending Story song.
Yes. That's adorable.
I bet a lot of people don't like that, but that's just because they're basic and boring and don't actually like Stranger Things.
Right. Why wouldn't you like that? That's so cute. And it's such like a magical moment for no reason.
Yeah, and like all of the other characters just being like, like you're literally singing a whole song right now.
Yeah, because if you can imagine that,
We're being chased by a flesh monster,
and you're just like,
a possessed
turn around.
a possessed man, and Russians are about to attack us.
Wow. And you're just singing a song.
Turn around. Like, that's crazy timing. But, I mean, that's how you save the world.
That is how you save the world. And I like their little nicknames for each other. That's so cute.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see more of them.
Yeah. We haven't even seen them interact in the same place.
For real?
For real.
Like even in season 4?
Yeah. They're never together.
Dang. Because we're not going to talk about that, but that's crazy. Well, I really hope that we get like actual...
Yeah, Susie better be a big part in season 5.
Yeah, I really hope so. Because why would they introduce some random super smart character
To just like not have
only use her twice?
Yeah. Like she'll definitely be be there in season
Yeah.
5, but like I want her to be a part.
I want
of
her to be
season 5.
there.
I want her to be.
Oh,
Hawkins.
she'd be so cute.
Yeah.
Ah.
They should have freaking brought her back to Hawkins with them. But anyways.
couldn't really do that. Just kidnap her.
So freaking what?
Right. That's... How far away is Indiana from Utah?
A long ways.
A long ways. I don't even know where either of those are.
If you're looking at the map, Indiana's here and Utah's here.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Why should I live so far away?
I love that whole song scene.
Yeah, it's just...
It's literally chef's kiss. With like the drama and like all the things happening and just like this like never-ending story song playing
Yeah.
while they're singing.
Have you ever seen The Neverending Story?
No.
Oh. It's a good movie.
I want to watch it, but like at the same time I don't.
I think you would really like it, actually.
Oh.
It's kind of slow, but like
Heard.
lots of things happen. There's like a rock monster. There's like this traumatizing scene with a horse.
Oh.
It would make you sad.
The
But
horse,
like
gets tortured.
no, it's not that traumatizing. It's just like, it's not actually like traumatizing, but like
Does the horse
everybody,
die?
yeah, everybody talks about it. I don't want to like spoil it for you, but like I think the whole point is to like save the princess's castle is like melting, getting sunken into the like the universe is like dying.
Okay.
And so like they have to like save it.
Mm.
And but it's this boy who's reading a book. So kind of like
Right.
Princess Bride,
Mm-hmm.
where like the main boy is not actually in the story,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. But there's also a second one, and I don't know, and I don't think he's in that one either. But something kind of tells me that he is, but that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And there's a flying dog,
Wow.
like Appa, kind of, but it's like he's like giant,
Oh.
like Appa. But he's a dog.
Wow. I'll
Yeah.
have to watch that.
I think I have it on DVD if
Oh.
you want to.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the second scene that is what?
Sorry, I just interrupted your like list of like to like tell you a whole movie.
Yeah. And then the second scene that I love so much is the scene where 11 like just takes the piece of the flesh monster out of her leg and like throws it, and then like Hopper like stomps on it, and it's like that whole like the whole cast is like together again kind of thing.
Yes.
So epic.
I love that you love that so much because like while I was like painting this wall and you're just like, that's my favorite part of the whole show. And I look over and it's just Hopper stepping on something. Like,
I know.
I understand, but like that's just hilarious to think about.
I don't know what or like why I like that so much, but it's like just so epic.
Well, it makes sense. Everybody's finally coming together. They can all put their pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're seeing each other. Like they've all been butting heads this whole time. Like every character basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just about to have to save the world together and like get over it. Like that's pretty awesome. And they're in a mall, in an abandoned mall. Like that's so cool.
I love the way that I feel like that happens. There's almost a scene like that in every season. Maybe not season 1 necessarily. And like there is a scene like that in season 4, but it's actually not as cool as season 2 and 3's.
What, season 2's?
Season
At
2
the last
is
scene.
whenever 11 comes through the door.
Right.
Like that's the scene that's my favorite scene in season 2.
Right. You just love that.
I don't know what it is. I
Well,
love
The way that the
when
camera works and stuff, like
the camera work, the freaking, the music
Mhm.
is just like actually so epic.
it's a
And then
reveal.
season 3 is whenever Hopper and Joyce and Murray come into the mall and find them.
I like Murray. Do you like Murray?
Me too, yeah. And then season 4, I don't know. It
Yeah,
hasn't
I've
come
never
out
seen
yet.
that before. Wow. So yeah, but Murray, let's talk about him for a moment.
Okay.
He's kind of like a standalone character. He doesn't have a duo. He doesn't have a group. I mean,
his
got
group is Joyce and
well in this season, but I
Yeah.
mean like as a person, like he doesn't have like a best friend or like because like everybody else has a person.
Okay, yeah,
He's just by himself in his bunker house,
right,
like being a crazy guy.
yeah. Because season 2, the characters he was with was Nancy and Jonathan.
Yes. And
And
he just
then-
has a talent for
He
knowing when people are in love.
Yeah, and that's so crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting that he's the guy.
Yeah,
He's just a very like give it to him straight kind of person. Like he's
Mhm.
just going to like tell you what's up.
he's like, have sex, bye.
Sex bye. I'll give you a room. Now
Yeah.
leave. But like I feel like that's so random,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean it works. They need it.
Yeah,
Cause, yeah, I mean, like when like Hopper and Joyce are just like absolutely fighting, like they're about to throw punches.
yeah. And he's just like, stop, pull over, have sex, and let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah. And Alexei,
Yeah,
he
He
did
was-
not deserve to die.
no way. Like he was so like
Precious.
yeah, like he didn't do hardly anything, but it was like the whole like fair scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was so cute because he was just like he like got his teddy bear, or was that what it was?
it was a roadrunner.
Oh, okay, because I wasn't looking, but I could hear what was happening, so it was like reminding me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
That was so sad.
yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember. Like about him. Oh, it kind of gives like forgive me, but it kind of gives like a Chrissy type character,
Mm-hmm.
like someone that they like bring in that you absolutely love, just for them to not be in it anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's horrible.
Yeah. They really love doing that, actually.
Yeah.
Because Bob in
Yeah.
season 2.
True. Just bringing in someone. I guess it's better than killing off one of their main characters. The 100 does that every day.
Every episode, they're like, let's create this character and then kill them.
You kill them. Because you gotta care about who's dying.
Yeah.
But you can't care about too much.
Yeah. Because you can't kill one of the 50 main characters. So you have to make a 51st.
51. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so sad that he's dead, but gotta move on. And Joyce is freaking bitching, just like every other girl character in this.
Yeah.
Nancy,
I didn't. Okay, so it's not that I didn't see it, but I didn't like Nancy like so much, like
in
as
this
much as you,
season, or like just
like ever.
oh,
Like it's not that I didn't like her, but it's like she wasn't one of my favorites.
mm-hmm.
But now, like, like rewatching it and like reliving it, like I, like totally, she is so cool. I think I was just like ignoring her kind of my first watch through.
I see.
I don't really know why. Maybe because I had
Maybe you were associating her with like the love triangle, and you were like, I don't care about that one.
Yeah.
The plot, even though
Yeah.
she was she's part of the plot so hard.
So like I might have just been like ignoring the awesomeness of her character.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously I was paying attention to things she was saying because they were important, but
Right.
seeing it again is just like it's unbelievable.
She's bad ass.
She is so cool.
Like, from freaking day one, she was literally freaking awesome.
That is true. That is true.
And all the way till the end of time, she is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There are times where I'm like when it comes to the love triangle stuff, but like,
yeah,
I try not to pay attention to that because she's so freaking awesome.
yeah. So, in this season, I didn't really like Jonathan. Yeah, I didn't like Jonathan very much.
Same.
He kind of redeemed himself when he kind of halfway apologized. He didn't apologize.
She apologized.
Yeah, but he said that she was right and he was so very wrong.
Mm.
And like that was kind of an apology.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like good from that point on because there wasn't really any like relationship things happening anyway.
Yeah.
Because it was like really just fight the monster and that's it.
I think I just really believe that I would like them together more if they didn't give up on them, like the writers. Because I feel like in season 1 and 2, I saw their relationship. Like I saw that
I did like them together.
Were like, I want you, and like let's get together, and like they really built that up. And then the second they were together, it's like they like gave up on their relationship. They were just like, oh, they're together, blah.
Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again a million times. The writers of this show are amazing writers, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can write a romance for the life of them. Because there's not one good, like, love, like, plot line, like, that is, like, good.
Wow.
That's, like, makes sense and, like, has meaning.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're all just so, like, oh, just put this character together, I guess.
Okay.
Like, they put the most, like, obviously those characters are going to be together.
Yeah.
Characters together.
I guess they don't really put, too much thought into their relationships because it's not like because like,
yeah,
that's not their main goal of the show.
The plot, but if you're going to do it, try a little harder.
Right.
Like, don't just, like, put Mike and Eleven together just because they were the first two kids that looked at each other. And, like...
I mean, it makes sense for them to be
It does make sense for them to be
from
together.
their ages and...
But it will not make sense if they end up together.
No. I agree with you. I do not want them to end up together. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, not even from, like, a... Yes, it would make sense for the story, because it wouldn't.
Right.
Like,
Joyce
I do
and
not
Hopper,
want them to be together.
They make a little sense. Like, they gave them at least a past together. So, like, I think their relationship kind of makes sense and is okay.
Yeah.
It's, like, the closest one. Susie and Destin, even, like, we don't ever see their relationship.
They're cute, but yeah, we've only seen them interact once.
Are a thing now.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, he had all summer, but we didn't see that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Is to make it feel real to the audience, you have to see the relationship. Because when you see Dustin and Susie, they're just together, it's like, oh, okay, they're just together all of a sudden. And that's it. Like, there's no building on the relationship. They just already have one.
Right. That's true. All the development happened off screen, and maybe that's their way of getting around the not knowing how to write romance. And
then Nancy and Jonathan, they had been building a relationship, and then they got together and then just completely threw it out the window by making them fight and, like, do all this stuff and have him have a 0% personality in season 3. Like, literally all he did was, like, nothing. Literally.
Yeah, all he did was eat hot Cheetos and lie.
Okay, and then...
Sorry.
And with
He didn't do anything.
Steve, like, him and Nancy, like, had, like, good building going on. Because, like, in season 1, like, you know, he was, like, a bad guy. But then, like, he redeemed himself with, like, all this stuff. And then in season 2, he was, like, really trying and, like, fell in love with her. But, like, she was like, I want Jonathan, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't love you. And he was like, okay. And then season 3, he had even more character development, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, even found someone else, but, like, couldn't be with her. And so I think that Nancy and Steve could potentially be good together.
Mm-hmm.
But she did him so dirty
Yeah.
in season 2 that, like, would be hard to come back from that.
They haven't really interacted
Like, at all.
much, yeah. To,
Which
like,
makes
see
sense.
Yeah, because why would they?
Yeah.
But, like, to see if I would want them together again.
Mm-hmm.
Because, honestly, I remember after watching season 4 not knowing if I wanted her with either of them.
Mm-hmm.
But my opinion may have changed.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And I do think it's hard to have so many characters and, like, make sure all of them have life
Mm-hmm.
in them. But, like, they were doing so well in the first 2 seasons, and you can see the slip in season 3 with some of them.
Mm.
At least I can.
I can't, but I'm not quite as good at those types of things as you are.
Because, like, they were really building all of these characters up, like, so well. And then season 3, like, it's still, all of them are still, like, good, and, like, they're still up there, but there are just, like, a few that you can, like, see starting to slide down, like, the character building and, like, the...
But like, they weren't really as important this season.
Yeah, but just because they're not important doesn't mean they can't have life. Because Jonathan, we just watched it yesterday, and I was like, where is he?
Okay.
I feel like he was just there.
Interesting.
Like, he was literally only there to hold Nancy back, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally all he did. Like, I'm genuinely trying to search through my mind of what he did in season 3, and all he did was tell Nancy to stop doing the plot.
Interesting, yeah.
And then once he was like, okay, you were right about all this, he then all of a sudden vanished from the plot.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Unless there were, like, a few random lines that they needed from people, like he said them, or, like, whenever he tried to get the thing out of Eleven's leg,
Yeah.
but failed.
Maybe that's just, like, to show that he's... Like, maybe that was, like, on purpose. To, like,
Maybe.
show that he's, like, leaving mentally before he, like, leaves, actually.
Maybe.
Because they did move away at the end. So, like, maybe he was, like, already, like, checking out of this, like, relationship in this chapter of his life.
Yeah. Maybe he just, like, was not into the relationship this whole season.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it kind of gave, to me at least.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which also, him being, like... I wanted to say this earlier, like, him... I said that he was, like, annoying or something. I don't remember what I said. But, like, he had, like, a reason for him to not want Nancy to keep going with like the story because yes, they had a job and stuff.
Yeah.
But also he wasn't, just because she's doing it doesn't mean that he has to go with her.
Right.
And just because, yeah, like just because she gets fired doesn't mean that he will.
Mm-hmm.
And so she should be able to just do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Because that's not fair. I wouldn't want it if someone was like constantly telling me what to do. I mean, obviously he was like trying to be like helpful and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, we're gonna lose our job if we do this because these people are horrible and they suck. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Because like everybody was telling Nancy that she was like crazy and shouldn't be doing that. And so like as her boyfriend, I think you should be the one not saying that.
Yeah. Be the different voice.
Yeah. Like she's gonna need some support.
Yeah, I think he was definitely not being supportive at all.
No, not even a little bit.
He just kept saying like, yeah, that's how the real world that's how the real world works.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be.
Exactly.
I hate when people say that. It's like, clearly not.
Yeah.
Like, if I think that it shouldn't be that way, then it can
change.
not be that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to do the little character ratings. Did we only start that last time, or did we also do that season 1?
We did that from the beginning.
Okay, let's just start with... I'm going to look at the poster, and we're going to go from the top to the bottom.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay.
So we're only doing poster people.
Only poster people.
For ease. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. 11.
Okay, 11. In this season, out of 10.
Did we rate them? I literally can't.
We're just gonna give our
Yeah.
opinion.
I think so.
I think 11. That's way easier.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was really awesome, really cool. For me, right now, I mean, like, she was going through it this whole time, so I'm gonna, like, say a little bit, like, not my favorite.
Okay.
Like, not the coolest she could have been. Obviously, okay, throughout the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
she did crazy moments. Like, she used her powers so much that she, like, lost them in this season. Right?
That's not why she lost them, but we don't know that.
We don't know that, but I'm saying that. Like, anyway, she used them so much and then she couldn't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she was down for most of it and like chasing after Mike but also running away from him.
Right.
So I don't know, she's kind of confusing. It was like mostly about relationships
with her
and I don't really, it's not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So
her relationship especially.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
He sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I agree with pretty much a lot of that. Like, this season was very heavily with her plot related to her relationship with Mike. Okay, actually, no, it wasn't. Actually, her plot was,
Her relationship with herself.
Yeah, like, kind of like finding herself, which Max helped her with.
That's true.
And then, whenever she got brought into the main plot, then her plot changed into figuring out what's wrong with Billy.
That's
kind of
true.
Thing.
That's true. So, yeah, maybe I'll rate her just a little higher than I initially said.
Yeah, she's definitely, I mean, I would, like, number 1 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
No. I think this is his worst season.
Wow. Okay.
He's annoying in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has been from, actually, season 2, actually. I think he was pretty fine in season 1.
Oh, yeah, season 1 Mike is, like, I loved season 1 Mike. Like, he had like a good character. Like, he
Yeah.
was doing everything for the right reasons. There were times, obviously, where I was like, okay, literally calm down. Whenever he like just like yelled at people for doing one wrong move,
Yeah.
I was
Which
like,
is very Mike.
literally step back. Season 2, he was good, except for whenever 11 got brought up. Then he was annoying
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, okay, I get it, but like,
Yeah.
it's not anyone's fault.
Yeah.
Like, she like chose to die in
Right.
his eyes.
Right.
Like, you can't blame that on anyone else, and you can't have your friends just stop making other friends because this one girl
Mm-hmm.
is like being replaced or whatever.
Right. Exactly. But also, yeah, this is his worst. Season 3,
Yeah.
he is super disrespectful to 11.
Mm-hmm.
He's disrespectful to Hopper,
Mm-hmm.
which is annoying in and of itself, but it's more annoying because that's her dad.
Yeah.
So, like, you know. And
Like-
also, he just only cares about himself
So true.
in this season.
Wow.
And, like, he cares about 11, but only because then he wouldn't have her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not because she would get hurt.
I so agree.
Yeah. So, he just... 0. I give him a 0.
Wow.
I do not like him.
Yeah, he's
In this season.
really annoying in this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, literally, he is being selfish.
Yeah, the whole time.
The
The
whole
whole
time.
time. And he's being disrespectful to his best friends.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them. He's pretty fine to Lucas, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're together in their, like, annoyingness. Like,
Yeah.
they're feeding off of each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like Mike in this season.
Yeah.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin.
Love.
Yeah.
Dustin, he's always amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've liked him since the beginning.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Yes.
And I don't think he has no ill intentions.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's been once I've been annoyed with Dustin.
Yeah, because why would you?
Yeah.
I mean, he cares so much about everyone he comes in contact with.
Yep.
So, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Dustin is...
no notes.
Yeah. Probably, like, second favorite character.
Favorite character?
Yeah.
He's pretty awesome, yeah.
Max
Okay, in this season,
in this season.
I do like her in this season.
Yeah.
I mean, we're starting to, really getting to know her. I mean, we got to know her in the last season, of course, because that's when we met her.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're getting her friendship with 11,
Mm-hmm.
which I love. That's super cute.
Yeah.
And that she's supporting 11 and being independent and not needing a boyfriend, all while having a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really like Max in this season for all those reasons. And
I forgot about the super important end part.
whenever Billy dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sad. Which, whenever I first watched it, I did think it was, a little odd because, we didn't get too much of her and Billy liking each other.
I agree.
So it was, why, I mean, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's crazy and dramatic. But, I wasn't expecting her to care so deeply.
Neither was I. Whenever that was happening, I was also shocked because last we saw, they hated each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're siblings that just met.
Yeah.
But they're, I don't know.
They didn't just meet.
I thought they were step-siblings. They had
Doesn't
only
mean
been...
that they just met.
No, but, I thought it was... That's true. I thought
We
it was
saw
a newer...
in Billy's memory when they met, and they were both, little babies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes it different. I forgot that part. Well, that makes more sense. But, like, yeah, like, they didn't have a good relationship.
Mm-hmm. Like, I guess, like, what I'm assuming happened is that at the end of season 2, we see that, like, little, very small shot of them, like, making eye contact with each other and, like, being, like, okay with each other kind of thing. And it was literally, that was it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's that, and then they had a okay relationship after that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily they were like, okay, now we're best friends.
But they also probably had good times before he turned into a doo-doo head. Like, when they were younger.
Maybe. He was always a doo-doo head, though.
Oh, the whole time?
Yeah.
Then maybe she just really feels.
Probably. I mean, I think I would be pretty devastated if, like, someone in my family, even if I don't necessarily like them, I still love them,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sure she obviously loves Billy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, like, likes him all the time.
And she also, like, saw him in pain.
Yeah.
Like, that whole season.
Yeah.
She had to lock him in, like, a furnace and, like, see that and, like... Wasn't it?
Sauna?
Oh, was it a sauna?
Yes.
I thought it was, like, at the school, right?
Nope. It was
Oh.
at the pool.
I was at the pool.
Why would they be at school?
I don't know.
A furnace is crazy.
Well, they
He would have
locked him
died.
in the sauna. Whatever. They locked him in the sauna. And he was, like, calling out, like
Yeah,
to her.
Yeah, and he was, like, crying to her and saying, like, I didn't mean it, I don't want to do this and stuff. Like, that, if someone was, oh my gosh, yeah.
That's part of the
That's
reason, probably, that she...
Trauma right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it does make sense for her to be
Yeah.
devastated by his death.
Yeah.
And I was, like, always, like, whenever I remember that scene where they're outside the mall trying to get the car to run, and, like, he's, like, there, and, like, he's, like, revving the engine, and Nancy gets out and, like, kind of, like, cocks her gun and stuff, and, like, is loading it, and, like, Max is like, you're gonna kill him, aren't you? And, like, she's like, only, like, if I have to. I don't remember what Nancy said, but I was like, oh, that sucks. That's so sad.
Yeah, because, like, they can't not do that. Like, they tried to not do
I think
that.
Nancy said, like, it's only precaution or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, that's actually so sad for her. But anyways, Steve.
Love
Steve. This season is peak Steve.
Yeah. I don't even know if he even had, like, a bad moment in this season.
Literally no.
No.
I don't think there was a bad moment with any Scoops troop.
Yeah, because they're awesome.
Yeah.
So, what was the other team name?
Griswold family, Bald Eagle, and Lovebirds.
Oh, I don't even know who all those are. Oh, I do.
All the
Why are
rest
they
of the
Griswold?
characters. I don't know. It's probably some 80s thing.
Okay. I don't know, probably some 80s thing. Yeah. Yeah, I like Steve. I mean, he's great.
Yeah. Definitely in my top 5
Yeah.
favorite characters. Lucas?
He was good. Better than, like, Mike is declining and he's inclining. Like, they're...
Escalating.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing, but yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that was a word.
Incline? Yeah.
Oh. I knew incline was, but inclining sounded wrong.
It is wrong.
Oh.
You're right. Okay. Escalating. They're just, like, crossing each other. But,
Yeah. He was a little bit of, like, comic relief in this season, I think.
yeah. Because he was
never-
just kind of following Mike around.
And, like, just talking about how him and Max are always, like, on and off, like, breaking up and getting back together.
Yeah. And they were, like... I mean, yeah, the fact that Lucas and Max could hang out with each other and with the group at the same time is even more reason to be upset about Mike and 11 like running off and being all coupley by themselves, because that's gross and unneeded.
Yeah, like I get wanting to have alone time, but constantly, like they said, it's been like this all summer.
Yeah.
Where they say she has a curfew and it's actually not her curfew yet, because I just want to go make out.
Yeah. Like, that's, like, you have to make time for both sets of people. You can't just...
That's definitely just Mike being selfish. And then 11, not knowing anything because she's...
Ew, that makes me sad. But you're right.
Not that she doesn't want to make out with him.
No, I know, but, like,
That might be all she knows with a relationship, though.
Yeah, because she doesn't know what a relationship is without kissing.
Yeah.
Every 5 seconds. Because that's all that they've done. Yeah.
Icky. Don't like Mike. Will.
I felt really bad for him.
Me too.
But overall, like, he didn't do anything bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. And, like, the part where he was, like, doing his campaign, and they were, like, being so mean.
They were like...
And being like, okay, well, I sacrifice us and we win. And then he's like, fine. And then he leaves, and then they try to apologize later at, like, the worst time ever.
Literally.
And he's like, I'm literally trying to save the world right now.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
It's like a little too late for that, because now we have to save the world, you little bitch.
Yeah. And, like, him being like, fine, you guys, fine, you win. Good, campaign's over. And then immediately backtracking and being like, no, let's keep going. Like, you lost your chance.
Like, you already threw it away.
Yeah, you can't do that because you meant it. You wouldn't have said it if you didn't mean it.
Exactly.
And that just, like, really hits home, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad for Will. Like,
me too.
He's just trying to have fun. Like, yeah, they can't be kids forever, but they still are kids.
Exactly.
So they can still play D&D in the basement. They don't have to only be talking about girls and running away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sad for him.
Yeah. He's just... He needs better friends.
Real.
Or his friends need to step up and be better friends.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Erica.
She was funny. I mean, she, like, helped save the day, so...
Right.
I mean, everybody did.
Yeah.
But...
I love that they just, like, brought her in there.
Yeah, that felt, like, so random. Like, the first time watching it, like, she's just this little kid that's all of a sudden their only hope. For, like, getting into the Russian, like, box. I don't remember. Elevator thing.
Yeah. And she's, like, so mean, and that's so funny.
My favorite part is when she was like, isn't it time you died? That was
for
so
literally just went to extremes.
For no reason.
Isn't it past your bedtime? Isn't it time you died?
That's hilarious.
She's just so over the top, and it's amazing.
Yeah. And I like the part when she's like, you can't spell America without Erica, and then everybody pauses and they're like, that's true.
Yeah.
Also,
she's like,
for like a 9-year-old to like be saying that is hilarious.
She's so funny. I love her in this season.
Yeah. I guess both her and Lucas were the comic relief.
Yeah.
Just a sibling duo.
The siblings being silly.
Being silly.
Robin.
Amazing.
Of course.
Like, awesome. Really cool. Funny.
Literally. She's also in my top 5.
Yeah. She's my favorite. So she's my top 1.
Love Robin.
She's so cool. Yeah, I love her. I like the way she talks.
Just her voice.
Yeah.
I see. She's so
I like
amazing.
her dynamic with Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a new character, but we already
Love her.
love her, like, immediately.
Like, literally immediately, you're just like, I love her.
Yeah. He's like, I need more of her right now.
And that's amazing that that's just happens like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. That's how you know you're a good writer, to, like, create a character that you just, like, immediately fall in love with.
Yeah, without having to do basically anything. Like, the character having to basically do anything.
I hope that I am that amazing.
Yes. You are. But I guess we will never know.
Why not?
Because
Am I gonna die?
I don't know why I said that.
We'll never know.
I guess it's kind of true. We will never know. Because no one's going to give you like a... Like, you'll never know because everyone's going to have a different opinion. So.
I guess. But
that's not what I meant when I said it.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Yeah, boring.
Pretty boring.
Boring and annoying.
Yeah. Disrespectful to Nancy.
Yes. Agreed.
Disregarding her feelings completely.
Yes. And then, yeah, just being there. Boring.
Yeah.
So, he did some cool stuff, you know, when he was, like, stabbing the guy and, like, trying to stand up with a chair. That's really difficult to do. I don't know why he tried to do that.
Right.
But...
But, you know.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah. Hopper.
Okay. Annoying.
Yeah, he was very aggressive and annoying this season.
Yeah. So aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
He yelled every
The whole time.
chance he got. Yeah. Every single line.
He was literally constantly just, like, whining.
Yeah.
He was just being a little big baby the whole time.
A little big baby. He was what he... Yeah. I did not... He was so quick to...
Anger.
Yeah, anger. And I guess according to Lucas and Mike, that makes him a girl. Because girls use emotions, not logic.
Wow.
So...
Nice comeback.
They probably would say that to him anyway.
Right.
Mike would. I don't know about Lucas.
Lucas would probably be too scared of him.
Yeah. But Hopper, he's just a bit much.
Yeah.
He had, like, valid...
He always has good intentions.
Yeah.
Like you said in the beginning, but, like, he's just, like, so aggressive with them. Like...
Yeah.
Take a breath and
like,
just...
when he literally, like...
Think.
Killed people.
Right.
When Murray had it under control. Maybe we don't know if he fully did, but he could have waited at least...
A little longer.
Till they got violent.
Right.
He doesn't know. It could have worked and they could have gotten farther than they did. At that time. You know, like, farther, faster.
Okay.
Because maybe those guys would have let him there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But he decided to shoot them all dead.
Yeah, that's actually insane when he did that. I was, like, over here, I wasn't looking because I was painting, and I was like, there's no way he just did that. That's crazy. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Okay. Nancy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She had a hunch and she followed it. And she was right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, things were happening, and everybody was telling her that she was wrong, and she still persisted.
Yeah. I love Nancy.
Yeah. She's pretty cool.
So much. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I have more to say than, like, what I've already said.
Other than she's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joyce.
Also pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. She also had a hunch, and she followed it.
Yeah.
And everyone was telling her she was crazy. And she followed through anyway. So, they're kind of like buddy-buddies this season.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of her. She, like, the magnets weren't working, so she went to the only person she knew that knew what magnets were.
Mm-hmm.
And learned about it to figure out why.
Yeah, I love the little, like, plot of her being, like, going crazy about her magnets not working on her fridge.
Yeah.
Like, that's what was driving her. But, like, like there's a deeper reason, but, like, that's what she was using. It's like, my freaking damn magnets won't stay on my fridge.
And everyone's like, okay.
And they're like...
Which, poor Joyce
She's always going crazy.
always crazy. Like, with the lights in season 1, like...
Yeah, that was her craziest season by far. Like,
she was going insane.
Through it in season 1.
Well, everyone thought she was going insane, but she wasn't going insane.
Right.
That was just legit.
And then season 2, she wasn't actually that too crazy in season 2. She wasn't, like, going crazy.
I don't remember too well.
Yeah, it was pretty much just, like, her and Bob, and then, like, her trying to protect Will.
Yeah. So she was pretty normal in that. But yeah, back to crazy again.
Back to crazy with her magnets in season 3.
She's just, like, on her own plot. Because she's crazy.
Because she's crazy.
And she's, like, going and driving around trying to figure... Because she's, like, trying to ask Hopper for help. Same thing happened in season 1. She asked Hopper for help. He says that she's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then so she has to figure it out on her own.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, you're right.
And then helps her.
Yeah. Anyway, you're crazy again.
Right.
Like, when are you going to know that she's not crazy?
Yeah.
Well, she is, but just listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. I'd say that Joyce is, like, exactly like Hopper, but goes down the right path.
What do you mean?
Like, they both have the same intentions always, and, like, the same, like, thought process, but she executes it better than him.
Oh, yeah. I'd say that also. He's just not the best at that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Billy.
Well, I mean, he was a bad guy in this season, but it wasn't his fault.
I wish that we would have gotten more of just Billy before he got, like, possessed.
I agree.
I wish that we could have seen him and Max together.
Good point.
Because, like, the only Billy we saw before he got possessed was him wanting to get with Mike's mom.
Yeah, that's true. So that wasn't really much.
And then
redemption.
on the way to his date with Mike's mom, he got possessed. So...
Yeah.
I just wish there was a little more, like, like, I did feel bad for him because they did good with bringing up, like, his past, like, his memory, and, like, why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that is a good way to feel bad for him, but I wish we would have felt bad for him even before that to make it even deeper of a cut.
That's true. So that we really cared when he died.
Because they, like, really built him up to be, like, the worst character ever to be created in season 2.
Yeah, they did.
And then...
try to make us care about him.
Yeah. Which is hard to do, which is why I wish we would have gotten more.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. I did care when he died. But I think I more cared about Max when he died. And not just about him.
Yeah, same.
Because he... Yeah, I mean, we didn't get very much of him being a good person. Hardly anything, actually. Yeah. So, like, why... Yeah, why would we care? Why should we care? And, yeah, maybe we weren't supposed to. But, yeah.
It's however we interpreted it. Yeah. That's it.
Wow.
Okay, well. Now you can see us. We didn't know that the camera was off. There were technical difficulties, I guess. So, sorry about that. But we're back. And
now we're leaving.
Yeah, now we're going to leave. So, thanks for watching this episode. I hope you like Stranger Things as much as we do, because I love it more than anything.
Wow.
And I'm so excited for season 5 to come out later this year.
Yes.
That's crazy. Unbelievable. Okay. But, yeah. Thanks for watching or listening or whatever it is you're doing. And we'll see you next week.
Bye. Wow. I'm hungry now.